Lesson 15. Law-governed process of social progress. This lesson, we are going to study the law-governed process of social progress according to the development of the popular masses. The process of social progress is in essence the process of man's development. Progress of society is made in accordance with development of the popular masses, the subject of history. The law-governed process of social progress is that the social wealth and social relations develop in accordance with development of the popular masses. Process of social development is that of the popular masses development. President Kim Il-sung said, "The process of social progress is, in essence, the process of man's development, and the level of social progress is, in the long run, determined by the level of man's development." Social progress begins with the development of the popular masses. Level of social progress is decided by the level of development of man, the popular masses. The process of social progress is the process that social wealth is created and social relations are improved in conformity with the development of the masses. Social wealth increases with the enhancement of the masses' ideological consciousness of independence and creative ability. Increase and development of material wealth in society are made in accordance with the enhancement of the masses' ideological consciousness of independence and the expansion and strengthening of their production activities. Development of all spiritual and cultural wealth of society, such as science and technology, art and literature, are made in keeping with the development of the masses' ideological consciousness of independence and creative ability, and with the strengthening of their mental labor. Social relations are improved with the development of the masses' ideological consciousness of independence. Only when the popular masses enhance their ideological consciousness of independence and creative ability can they demand progressive social relations and social system and struggle more actively for its realization, and as a result, more progressive social system can be established. In the struggle to complete the socialist system, all social relations are improved and completed in keeping with man's independent aspiration and nature of collectivism, according to the enhancement of the masses' independent consciousness and creative ability. The law-governed process of social progress is also that society develops historically with the development of the popular masses. Historical development of society is the process that society develops from the low stage to the high stage with the development of popular masses, independence, creativity, and consciousness. Historically, liberating itself from primitive state, society was switched over to class society where class antagonism prevails. Based on private ownership and individualism, society divided itself into the hostile classes, brought about class antagonism and social inequality, and was always accompanied by exploitation and pressure of minority of the ruling class of the popular masses. In slave society, the first-class society, slaves who had been forced the same fate as animals gradually rose up to the struggle with consciousness of resistance. Slave society was collapsed at last by the slaves' riot for elementary rights to existence. In feudal society, social status of the popular masses, like serfs and peasants, was in the miserable position of suffering from severe exploitation in the form of feudal rent, because they were subordinated to the feudal landowners and laws. Even under such severe feudal exploitation and pressure and subordination of feudal caste, the popular masses gradually developed their independent consciousness to a higher stage and cultivated their creative ability. Entering the end of feudal society, the popular masses raised their political demands for freedom and equality against the feudal caste system and formed secret organizations, though they were spontaneous and small size, to join and conduct struggle. Feudal society was ruined by the anti-feudal struggle of the peasants in the Middle Ages that continued in the whole period of feudal society. At the stage of capitalist society, the popular masses began to recognize that they cannot be free from political oppression and economic exploitation as long as there is exploiter class, and demanded to divorce completely from the exploiter society. Emergence of revolutionary ideology and organizations of the working class was an important momentum in the growth of the masses' independent consciousness and revolutionary ability. In the fierce class struggle against the exploiter class, the Revolutionary Party, the vanguard unit of the broad masses of the people, including the working class, was founded and mass organizations were formed under its leadership. As a result, the popular masses could be prepared to be the organized political forces fully displaying their revolutionary ability. The popular masses, armed with the revolutionary idea of the working class and united by revolutionary organizations, came into being, and their struggle got active, thus giving birth to the socialist society, the most advanced society, where the exploitation of man by man, oppression of class by class, was removed once and for all. The countries where socialist system was established provided the legal guarantees for respecting freedom and rights of the people, the masters of the society, and improving their livelihood. The socialist countries made, in a short span of time in history, the socio-economic development that would have been impossible under capitalism for hundreds of years. The decisive factor determining the development of socialist society is the popular masses armed with the socialist idea. The process of socio-historical development that entombed the exploiter society and gave birth to socialist society, the most advanced society, is propelled with the development of the popular masses, the masters. Men with socialist idea, socialist power, and socialist economic system are closely related with each other, and among them the important is the man with socialist idea. The decisive factor deciding development and destiny of the socialist society is the popular masses, who are armed with the socialist idea, and development and completion of socialism are inconceivable without the undertaking of developing the masses to be more powerful beings. The law-governed process of social progress is also that the law peculiar to the social movement acts more thoroughly on a new high stage. The process of social progress is the process that the peculiar law of the social movement is comprehensively brought into effect by the masses' purposeful and conscious activities. Purposefulness and spontaneity act on the social movement. That spontaneity acts on the social movement means the social movement is caused by accident and is made spontaneously with no clear purpose and direction nor scientific methods. That purposefulness acts on the social movement means that the popular masses conduct social movement initiatively and actively with clear object and scientific methods suited to the objective law of social progress while applying them comprehensively. The process of social progress is the process that the law of the social movement is being brought into effect more comprehensively while the scope of spontaneity is decreased and the acting size of purposefulness is expanded and strengthened in the social movement. level of the masses' purposeful activities, the level of purposefulness of the social movement is determined by the development level of their independence, creativity, and consciousness, and by a social system capable of displaying them to the full. Thank you for this lesson. Next lesson, we will study the essence and fundamental principle of revolutionary movement.